Welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea and I have another video for you guys. Today I want to take a look at Bitcoin, take a look at some altcoins because the market is shaking and getting ready to make some big moves. Let's take a look at it. So guys, right now Bitcoin is rebounded about 3%. I mean, it's much more significant than 3% since the huge wick we saw yesterday, but we're trading at $44,185. Bitcoin dominance is still increasing. 51.35%. When you exclude stablecoins, it's more so along the lines of about 53.35%. We've seen some altcoins making some really big bounces. Solana back above $100, almost $108, up about 8.53% on the day. Guys, this is what I was talking about the other day. Be prepared for some whiplash. Be prepared for some really jockey moves in the market as we get closer to this Bitcoin spot ETF news. I mean, when you take a look at Bitcoin right now, we're looking at the 1 hourly chart. I mean, it's just, we came up, wham, huge wick down. Basically, the majority of it was eaten up, and now we're coming back up here. We are almost back to $45,000 after this. Basically, I don't want to call it a flash crash. What this really was is just a sweep to sweep out the longs. But after this sweep, we're just back to business. It's going to be a very volatile time, especially until we get this news about the spot ETF, which is about 6 days away, guys. Be prepared for this really jockey and whiplashy moves in the crypto space until we get there. There's going to be some volatility. Look at the 4 hourly. I mean, it really shows the picture a little bit better. I mean, wham, and maybe this could even be our beginning to our V-shaped recovery. Am I going to put a lot of conviction behind that statement? Not just yet, but there's a good chance that something like that could play out, especially when we zoom out and we look at more of the longer term time frames. I mean, that's kind of the reoccurring thing. I mean, we still have yet to spill over. We didn't even make a higher low yet, which is crazy to think about on like the weekly. Or I would like to see a higher low on the weekly, but maybe it's not time for that. Maybe we need to make some more legs to the upside, maybe to about 48,000, 50,000, if we do pump on this news of this Bitcoin SPY ETF. But guys, be careful. Be very careful. Don't get shaken out here because they're going to sweep out the shorts and they're going to sweep out the longs, and it's going to keep doing that, in my opinion, until we get to that news event. But after the Bitcoin SPY ETF, we'll probably have a little bit of a lull, a little bit of a cool down. Maybe hopefully we make a new higher low to create some structure for our next leg up into the bull market. I would like to see something like that come to maybe 50,000, come down, test 45,000, trade sideways, and make a higher low. That's what would be really nice to see, a new higher low, just to create some market structure so we can have continuation. The more higher lows we get before the halving, the longer the Bitcoin hype cycle is going to be. We don't want to just go straight to the moon right away because, well, guys, to be quite frankly, then we'll be coming straight down, to be frank with you. We want some market structure. We want some consolidation. That will make us have higher highs, guys. We want higher lows so we can have the higher highs. Be patient. But it's pretty interesting looking at Solana and Crocoin because Solana, I mean, all the altcoins look very, very similar right now. We had that huge wick to the downside, and now we're back trading in the channel. It's like I said, it's going to be very whiplashy. And, you know, something I usually talk about a lot is how wicks usually need to be filled. But it doesn't have to happen right now. That's something to keep in mind, guys. A wick doesn't have to be filled right now just because it happens. And, you know, it doesn't always have to be filled. But usually wicks like to be filled, especially when they're like a capitulation wick to the downside. It usually plays out with a little bit of spillover and get some daily candle closes to close it out. But if we do bounce from here into the Bitcoin halving, if we bounce from here from the Bitcoin spot ETF news, the Bitcoin halving is the next thing we got to talk about because that will be the next trade. You know, a lot of people are talking about how the trade right now has been since the Bitcoin spot ETF news has started to come out and formulate. And the trade is buy, and then when the news comes out, you sell. And then they said, well, what's the next trade? Well, the next trade is the halving, guys. The next trade is the halving because a lot of people say, oh, well, after the SPY ETF, well, there'll be no hype in the market, guys. There will always be hype in the market. There will always be hype in the crypto space because there will always be greed. And the volatility, there's a higher risk, higher reward. It's just like going to a casino in some aspects. There's lots of plays, and you can mitigate your risk and to your liking. If you want to trade some under $10 million market cap coins for a potential 1,000x on your money, you can do that. Or you can trade Bitcoin, which is a store of value. You can get minimal returns in a short period of time, but over a long period of time, you maximize your gains by moving your gains from your altcoins to Bitcoin. You can mitigate your risk. You can decide what you want to do based on your strategy about how much risk you want to take on. And that's the beauty of the crypto space. And that's why the crypto space will probably always have these cyclical cycles, these 4-year cycles. Even if the 4-year cycle gets elongated and the 4-year cycle goes away, there will always be some sort of cycle when it comes to Bitcoin, unless something massively comes and disrupts it, like quantum computers or something like that. But I don't think that that's going to happen for a significant amount of time. And something else to think about really is if these quantum computers do come around, worrying about the Bitcoin price is kind of going to be the last thing you're going to need to be worried about, because that means that the whole infrastructure of the world will be compromised. So maybe don't be worrying too much about quantum computers just yet. But that being said, guys, I think that the next trade is the Bitcoin halving. So even if we do have a sell the news event on the Bitcoin SPY ETF, it doesn't mean that we're not going to rally up into this next halving. But like I've been saying, let's go back to some of these altcoins. Some of these altcoins are performing exactly the same as one another. I mean, when you look at Crocoin, it has the same exact wick to the downside, and it's trying to get back above the 10-cent price level, but it's turning this support into resistance right now in Crocoin. Solana, on the other hand, has broken back above the $100 price level, and we're now trading at about $107, about $108 to be more exact. But guys, I think we're going to see a continuation here. I think there's going to be a lot of spiky, volatile price action on Bitcoin. But I think that there's a lot of pessimism around this Bitcoin SPY ETF announcement. Well, how does the trade usually go? Max pain, and when the majority of people think that it's going to dump, well, then maybe that's not what's going to happen. But be prepared for every outcome, guys. If you are being a short-term trader, make sure you're hedged. If you're a long-term trader, well, if you're trying to just trade this bull market, sit back and relax. Don't panic sell. Don't sell your Bitcoin to BlackRock. Don't sell your Bitcoin to all these huge institutions that are trying to gobble up the Bitcoin for their spot ETFs. Don't panic sell them, because there's going to be some volatility. We're seeing it right now. I mean, that move on Bitcoin it's alive. From being back throughout the bear market, this is bull market price action. When you see this whiplash behavior, it's volatile, it's frothy, getting ready for the bull market, guys. But if you like this type of content, please like this video, subscribe to the channel. I just want to give you a quick update on where my mind was at here with what's going on in the space. Don't be surprised if we reclaim 45,000 before the 10th. When the spot ETF is going to be approved and or rejected. Don't be surprised about that at all. Also, please go follow me on Twitter at 333Blacksea. I'm very, very active over there. But that's all I got for you guys. You can check out some awesome referral links as well below this video. I almost forgot. There's some free money, $4,100 sign-up bonus to Femex, $8,000 sign-up bonus to BitGet. All you got to do is click the links, sign up, deposit, do a couple trades, and you get some free money. But that's all I got, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be patient. Stay vigilant, because there's going to be some volatility coming. But that's all I got. Thanks. Bye.